Are you struggling to push in ranked because of these randoms selling every single one of your games? In the previous video, we went over the basics of drafting, and why knowing the types of brawlers are important in helping you pick the best counter. In this video, we will be looking at 7 big mistakes you are making in your ranked matches. Starting off at number 7, understanding your lanes. I always see people making this mistake in my matches. Start paying attention to the brawlers on the enemy team. The reason you would want to do this is because you get insight as to which of the 3 lanes is best for you to go in. For example, if you are Jesse and spawn on the side of a Mortis, you need to switch lanes to play against the Charlie, which you counter. If the enemies are smart and switch lanes mid-game to try and counter you again, keep switching lanes to keep avoiding this, whether that be when you respawn or when the enemies are dead. At number 6, know when it's okay to trade lives. You may be thinking, why does it make a difference when I die if I also killed the opponent? Well, depending on where you are positioned in the map, this could both positively or negatively affect your team. For example, if your team has the enemies trapped in spawn, please do not trade here, because when you both respawn, it will take you much longer to get back to your position, and your teammates will be stuck in a 2v3 while you are still trying to get back to your place. However, this means that if your team is the one trapped in spawn, always try to look for a kill, even if that means you die too, because this time, it benefits your team. At number 5, stop selling draft. If you notice your teammates cannot deal with an aggressive brawler, like assassins, please pick a brawler that can deal with them, or else this will happen to you. Another example would be if your enemies chose brawlers like Rico, Tick, and Spike, while your teammates are snipers like Gus and Nani. You need to open up the map for them with a brawler like Brock. Failure to do this would immediately lose the game, because the enemies dominate with the walls, while your teammates suffer. At number 4, not playing the objective. This is the thing that 99% of players still don't understand. Like when your whole team gets high KDs in Heist, but then still wonder why they lost. Stop focusing on getting kills and start focusing on doing damage to the safe. Stop worrying about getting a bad KD and start worrying about winning the game. An example of this is when you are playing Hot Zone. The goal is to stay in the zone for as long as possible, meaning it is crucial to have a brawler that has high survivability, focusing on being in the zone to maximize the amount of percent you can get. The other players on the team must focus on protecting that one player that is staying in the zone, and getting the percentage points. Everybody thinks that getting high kills is most important, which is true for modes like Bounty, but this is actually not the case for most modes. For number 3, this is dedicated to my ranked teammates. Stop picking underleveled brawlers. I get it. You might be broke, but surely you have one level 11, or at least level 10 with the gadget and star power to pick. Whenever my teammates pick a level 9 brawler, I can't tell if they are trolling or genuinely think it's a good pick, because I see them have other brawlers with high enough power levels to be competitive. A level 11 brawler will always be better than a level 9. Especially with the level rework, which increased the gap in power between each level. Just pick a decent brawler that is at least level 10 with the gadget, gear, and star power. And if you actually don't have anyone better to pick, I recommend doing quests and masteries to upgrade your brawlers quicker, before you hop into ranked. At number 2, understanding your role. There's been so many times where my teammates pick a brawler like Byron, and then proceed to never heal me a single time in the game. This is similar to the situation of people not playing the objective. Please stop farming KD and play to win. I guarantee this one thing will exponentially improve your game. Another example is when it's gem grab, and the lanes keep stealing the gems from the mid. If your thought process is that if one person dies on your team, it isn't so bad because someone else on the team still has gems, you are wrong. The most optimal way to play is to have one gem carrier in the mid, while the 2 lanes protect the mid from dying. Now that the lanes don't have gems to carry and worry about, they can easily go in and make plays for sabotaging the enemy gem carrier without worrying about donating half the gems to the enemy team. They can now also sacrifice themselves to make sure the mid stays alive to keep the countdown going. At number 1, don't just pick the best brawlers. Countless times I have seen a player pick a meta brawler but not know how to play them. It's always better to pick an off-meta brawler that you know how to play, than a brawler that you heard is really good. If you haven't seen the last video and don't know what types of brawlers counter what, go ahead and watch that video, as it is extremely helpful, while also being easy to understand. I hope you all enjoyed the video. See you next time.
They see me blowing up, now they say they want some. I got 2 twin Glocks, turn you to a dancer.